Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Listen, listen, I don't even want to get into the whole soliloquy of what I do when I come on, but listen, you know what time it is. Knicks pull off a great victory tonight, 104-101. Are you not entertained? Let's go. I'm waking up the kids and the wife, everybody. I'm waking up everybody barking tonight, screaming at the TV, barking at Brunson because he's playing like trash. But he comes up with the money shot to put us down by 2 and then the flamethrower. Big night for him. Seals the victory. Excuse me, OG Anunoby sealed the victory with the rebound and free throws, but the flamethrower. Huge win for them boys. Huge win for them boys. Huge win for them boys. Did everybody in here, you got to check your blood pressure, right? You got to check it because I know mine is off the chain right now. The way I was feeling, the way we were playing, and just the intensity of the game. Playoff basketball is officially here, people. Officially here. Big task at hand. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live tonight. Are you not entertained? Are you? Huge win for them boys. The flamethrower. After a subpar first game, Dante DiVincenzo came back flexing his muscle. Big time shot. Big time shot. Big time shot. And big time win for this team. Wins like this is what tells you that we're turning a corner. The whole culture is being changed here. The whole culture. Before the games like this, the Knicks didn't win. The Knicks didn't win games like this before. They didn't. They would lose it. Everybody contributed. Everybody from top to bottom. Bogey came through. Deuce came through, fighting and snatching away rebounds from Maxey and putting it back in. iHeart playing good. Mitch playing good. Everybody playing good except for Captain Clutch, right? We know he struggled all night. All night he struggled. Did not play well. He did not. And I'll be honest with you, I was ready to come on here and give him the business for playing as bad as he did. I'm being totally honest about you. Totally honest. I love him. He's the man. We understand we're building with him, but you can't play as bad as he played tonight. But so what? Because you know what he did? He hit that 3 over there in that corner. Put us down by 2, which was huge. Huge. Couldn't inbound the ball. The ball is fumbling, stumbling. Huge win. Huge win for them boys. 104-101. Go up 2-0 in the series. Listen, man, I have to calm down, man, because my heart rate is off the chain. Atlantic Line, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with your boy LV Live. Are you not entertained, sir? 104-101. Big time win for them boys. The flamethrower. Atlantic Line says you can't script it like this. You can't, sir. You cannot. Let me say this. You have to, and you must love this team more than anything. And I'm not going to get too deep about like relationships and nothing like that. I'm just saying the love for this team has got to be through the roof. It's amazing the fight that they have. Because let's be honest, guys, they were getting dominated in this game. Philly pretty much had this game in a chokehold. They did. But the Knicks kept scrapping back, fighting back. You just saw it. You see the grit. That New York grind. That New York. Rondo, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with your boy LV Live. Huge win for them boys. 104-101, the flamethrower. Big. But the grit, man, the grind, the fight that these guys have. You cannot deny this team, man. They won it. Even with their star playing as bad as he did. Look at Josh Hart. Josh Hart played the whole game, people. Whole game. I didn't even get to the stats. I'm not going to touch it. I won in a minute. I think Joshua played 48 minutes tonight. Mr. Blanks, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. The flamethrower. 104 to 101. Everybody played big, man. Everybody. Mitch was in there banging. Iheart came up with the big offensive rebound and the big block on Maxey at the end. Iheart had another great night for him. He had a tough night the first night, came back. Redemption night for him. Redemption night for the flamethrower. Big time game for them boys. You gotta love this team, man. You gotta love this team. They are a perfect representation of their coach. You fight till the end. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You fight till the end. And the beauty of this game is that everybody contributed. Vibes, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Gravity, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Everybody coming through rocking with your boy. Appreciate you. Big win for the boys. 104-101, the flamethrower. Huge. Oh, man. LV got to take his hat off, man. I'm sweating. I was going bananas upstairs. Waking up the kids and wife. They're like, yo, what's going on out here, man? Is somebody trying to rob the house? Going bananas. Bob said, man, I thought we lost the game, man, but we won. Yo, Bob's, listen, crazy. Crazy. Insane, man. Insane game. Oh, man, this team is just... Has there ever been a Knicks team that you love more than this team? Ever. Ever. They're a true representation of this city, man. Atlantic Lion said, Pop's mad at me because he's trying to sleep, just can't hold on to anything. Seeing something like that. Yo, word up. Word up, yo, Atlantic Lion, man. Everybody barking at me in the crib. I woke up everybody. Kids got school tomorrow. Everybody got work. They screaming at me. So what? So what? So what? The flamethrower. Talking about ice water in your veins, man. You know what I love too? Is that he wants it. He wants it. Pause. He shot the first one. He missed it. They kicked it out to him. He repositioned himself. You saw that? He let that thing go. You saw the look on his eyes. He knew it. It was cash money. He knew it. Big win for them boys. Snatching the victory out of the jaws of defeat. Because I thought we was done. I thought we was finished. Big time win for them boys. Amazing win, man. I said it at the beginning of the show, and I'm going to say it again. We are officially in playoff season. Officially in playoff season. I'm going to break down the game in a second. Just give me a second. I just had the emotions flowing through me, man. Insane. Insane, 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 insane. The last time the Knicks, so you guys see LV sweating, man. See, I'm sweating. I was going bananas upstairs. The last time the Knicks had a game like this, I have to go back to Larry Johnson, man. It's got to be Larry Johnson. That shot, that 4-point play, I remember that play. I was watching the game. I remember that. This is very similar to that. Very similar. Because the Knicks were dead in the water in that game. They were down by, I think they were down by either 3 or 4. And he got the 4-point play. This felt like that. This felt just like that. And this is very similar to that game because I remember that game. It was very similar. The Knicks were losing, like same time. The Pacers pretty much had their number. Like the Pacers were just dominating that game. And he was down by 4. He's a 4-3. I'm trying to remember. And he had that 4-point play. And they went on to win the game. Very similar to this. Maxey was active again. They told me he had a sickness. He had no sickness, man. He might have had a little cough. But he was active tonight, man. Active. They could not do nothing with him, man, at all. And B just flexed and showed his greatness, right? Even with one leg, still schooling them boys. I mean, he's easy to defend, man. I don't know what's wrong with these guys. He can't move. All he's doing is shooting step back jumpers. You got to know that, man. You got to identify how this guy's moving. Like, all right, he can't get to the rim. He can't get to the rim, so you just give him a little room. Soon as he pump fakes, you go with him. Soon as he's putting it up, put your hand up and contest, he's going to miss. But the problem is that you guys are so worried about him, he's not going by you. Like these guys, you got to pay attention to the game. You can't be so scared of him that you're not willing to compete. Like little stuff. But anyway. Everyone's going to talk about the flamethrower, right? You're going to talk about him. That was a big-time shot, right? To me, the ball game goes to Josh Hart. Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure he played 48 minutes. I don't think he came out the game, man, at all. I mean, let me just make sure. Let me just make sure. Let me go in here. Let me check. But I'm pretty sure he played all 48 minutes. He did not get subbed out. Let me just make sure really quick, people. Let me just make sure. Okay, let me check. Because I don't want to jump out the window and just kind of give, you know what I'm saying? But yo, Josh Hart played 48 minutes, people. 48 minutes. 48 minutes that boy played, man. He gets the game ball. He gets the game ball, man. He was the one that kept us in it in that first half. When Brunson was Brunson's out to lunch, man. I'm going to talk about him in a minute. Josh Hart kept us in this game. Going into half, only being down 4, we were so lucky. And then taking over the lead in that second quarter with Deuce and Bogey. Those guys were big today as well. They had their moments, kept the Knicks in striking distance. And believe it or not, we were up and winning this game. But then he subbed Brunson back in. We lost the lead. But Josh Hart, man. Josh Hart, what can you say about him, man? What can you say about him, man? Like just everything, man. And I remember early in the season, guys were destroying this guy, was killing him. Guys were talking crazy about him. I said, you guys are bugging out, man. Like, what are you talking about? He's our best all-around player. And now look what he's doing, man. Look what he's doing for this team. When Brunson is stinking up the joint. Josh Hart gets the game ball. Period. Because it was his hustle at the end that stole the ball back and got us that pill. On a somber note, Brunson's got to get it together. He's got to get it together. Everybody else is pulling their weight. He's got to get it together. Listen, here's the reason why I'm saying we got to get it together, right? Everybody's ready to destroy Randall. I was here for it. Randall's got to play better in the playoffs and blah, 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 all this other stuff. Dude, we can't have this now. You want to be the $50 million guy? The guys that get $50 million, they show up now. No one cares about last year. No one cares. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. No one cares. No one cared when Kobe won 3 with Shaq. No one cared. They were like, yo, can you win them without Shaq? That's all they cared about. When the Lakers were stinking, when he was there and Shaq left, and Shaq was winning the championship with D-Wade, Kobe, they did not give no love to Kobe. They didn't. He had to win without Shaq. So no one cares about what you did. No one cares, man. So that's what he has to understand. He's got to understand that fast. What they're doing to him, it's not like he hasn't seen this before, man. He's seen this all season. They're not doing nothing extravagant. They're not even blitzing him. They're just bumping him a little bit. So what? He's playing against bigger guys all season, man. So what's the excuse? The only excuse I have. Just saying. Is it getting a little bit too heavy for him? Is the crown getting heavy? Because heavy is the head that wears the crown. I love Brunson. I think he's our guy. But this is where you get the $50 million at, not in the regular season. No. That's the misconception. That's the gas. That's what you've been lied to. You don't get the $50 million then. The legit guys, Steph Curry, all those dudes. You name them, Kyrie Irving, you name them. They get their money during this time of the season. Period. This is when you cement yourself for being that guy now. So you can't get all shaken up because these dudes is just bumping you a little bit. So what? So what? They're not going to call everything. Get to your spot and make your shots. He made the game harder for himself. And I think he's making it too hard. It's just very easy, man. He's been doing this all year. It's the same guys. Let me tell you what the great Derek Jeter said one time, and I totally agree with him. They said, Jeter, how are you able to play in the playoffs the same way you played during the regular season? He said, because I approach the playoffs like it's the first game of the season. Now, yeah, the Knicks is a big deal, but there's no tougher job in this city than the shortstop of the Yankees. When the Yankees are used to winning, right? They don't care about nothing else but championships. That's the hardest job in all of sports, period. It's expected every year for you to go to World Series. That's just what it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the Yankees haven't won. Yanks haven't won in 10 years. It doesn't matter. They're expected every year to go to the World Series. That's just what it is. The most world championships of any sport. Yankees are the top dog of any sport. So Jeter said, how I approach it is it's just like a regular game. I don't get too up. I don't get too down. That's what Brunson needs to do, man. He needs to go back to the basics because it ain't with his skills. It's in here. He's thinking too much. He's overthinking this thing. They're not doing anything different. Batum and of course, what's the kid, man? I'm sorry. I'm so hyped up about this game, but you know what I'm talking about. Those two guys are not doing anything to him that he has not seen. They're not. And he's getting switched off on Maxey. You should be cooking them dudes. Then he got switched off on Tobias Harris. You should be taking him in the blender, man. So I'm all the way confused. He's seen this before. He's seen better defenders before. I've seen him cook guys on OKC. I've seen him cook Caruso. Caruso's supposed to be all defense. He was cooking him. So you mean these guys, Batum and these guys, are better than Caruso? I don't think they're better defensively than Caruso. Caruso's 6'6", 6'5". These guys are 6'7", 6'6", 6'7". What's the difference? There's no difference, man. He's in here. He's in here, man. He's got to go back to basics mentally. He's got to go back to the basics and just approach this game like it's a game. Don't approach it like it's the playoffs. Don't do that because that's when you're going to get yourself psyched out. You see Josh Hart, right? Josh Hart just balling. The way Josh Hart playing, he playing like he playing in a church league. He playing like he playing at Dykeman or the Rucker or down there at West Fourth. That's how he playing. He not playing like it's the playoffs. He being Josh Hart. And the flamethrower look like the flamethrower tonight. Period. And Deuce looks like Deuce. Everybody looks normal but him. He's thinking too much, man. He's thinking too much. He's got to go back to basics, man. Like Derek Jeter said, you approach this like it's the first game of the season. You don't approach this like it's the playoffs or the final because you're going to psych yourself out, man. This is easy work, man, because he's getting to his spots. It's not like he's not. The same shots he was making all year, they're there for him. He's just missing them. And I mean, he's missing them bad. Like he's like way off to the left, to the right. Simple, man. This is simple stuff. Get back to basics. Get out of your head. Once he does that, he'll be firing on all cylinders. Because he's getting to his spots. It's not like he can't get to his spots. He can't. No, that's all him. He's just missing. And then the other dynamic too, what he's got to stop doing is the playoffs. Stop trying to draw fouls, man. Just play your game. They're not going to give it to you. You're looking for fouls. You're crying. It's the playoff. They're not going to give you nothing, man. I'll give you a perfect example. 2 bad calls by the refs. And this is how you know that they're just I don't know if they're doing it for ratings or what. I don't know what they're doing. When DiVincenzo went up for the rebound, that was clearly a foul on Kyle Lowry. He smacked the heck out of DiVincenzo's shoulder, arm. He hit the ball first. Well, yeah, he's going to hit the ball first if he's grabbing for the arm. So, yeah, he hits the ball. Then he hits his arm. Then he's grabbing him on the shoulder. That's a foul. Yeah, but he hit the ball first. I've never heard that, ever. So, you mean if I smack his arm, but I hit the ball first and in the process of smacking his arm too, that's not a foul? That they've never called that. But whatever. Bad call. Then OG Anunoby goes to the rack and just hooks Kyle Lowry, and they called a foul on Kyle Lowry when it was clearly an offensive foul. I'm like, yo, these guys are all over the place because those are two bad calls. I'm saying that to say you can't be looking for fouls, man. This is the playoffs. You just got to play ball, period. You do that, you're going to be fine. So when he's going to the rack, trying to lean back like how he usually does during regular season, and he gets those calls, he's not going to get that now. Stop looking for fouls. Just play ball. Josh Hart's just playing ball out there. He ain't looking for fouls. He's going to the rack with bad intentions to finish strong at that rack. So that's how you play, man. And at the end of the game, I love that the refs didn't make no call. It's a loose ball. The ball was bouncing around, Maxey falling on the floor. You see Josh Hart had his hands up. He just fell on the floor because he lost his balance. That's not because nobody bumped him. He jumped in the air, he was trying to stumble. He fell. He rolled the ball out. The ball is loose. You gotta let the rock. It's playoffs. And I love that the refs did that. So to me, that's how it's got to be called. So Brunson's got to get back to basics. I hope his pops is in his ear telling him, like, yo, my man, stop acting like a, you know what, man. Let's get back to basics. Do I have to take you back in the playground and have you run out there in the heat like how you used to when you was a kid? Do I have to do that again? Come on, man. Get back to basics, B. You're the best player out here. Don't let Maxey out here be cooking you like he's the man out here. This is your city. This is your town. Act like you that guy, man. Don't be out here like, come on. So what? There's big guys bumping you. So what? It's the playoffs. Lock in. We get him locked in, the series is over. Because everybody else is rocking. And that's what's saving this team, is that everybody else is clicking on all cylinders but him. We get him rocking, we're going to be good to go. So I'm not even worried. Atlantic Line says all it takes is one game, man, and he'll be back on track. Agreed. He's just got to get out of his head, man. He's got to get out of his head. Atlantic Line says, I think Brunson has not come through, man. He's trying so hard to get foul calls right that he is not playing this game. All credit to Embiid's presence in the paint. Let me tell you this. Robert Rivera, man, what's going on? I appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Big win for them boys. 104-101, the flamethrower. Big. Catch you 45, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live and my crew. It's your first time coming through. Please subscribe to the channel. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my boys tonight. Catch you 45, man. He said, let's not forget Hartstein contributions during the sequence, right? His offensive rebounds and block on Maxey was crucial. Biggie Knicks, huge. Agreed, sir. Agreed. iHeart was amazing. Bounce back game for him. Bounce back game for him and for the flamethrower DiVincenzo. Huge for both of them boys. They both had a great season this year, so I'm glad to see those guys bounce back. So Atlantic Lion said it's Embiid's presence in the paint. Atlantic Lion. When I'm watching the game, I'm saying to myself, when he gets by his defender, that elbow jumper's there. He hit it against Batum in the second half. He's going too close in the paint because he's looking for a foul. Stop looking for a foul. Pull up that 15-footer is money. He's been hitting that the whole season. Once he started doing that, he started knocking down shots. Then he goes away from it and starts going back a little deeper in the paint. I'm like, dogs, what do you do? Go back to your same spot. Get in the rhythm. But that's how you could tell he's in here too much. He's overthinking the game. Simplify it. Embiid is dropping. If he's dropping, pull up for the jumper. Why are you driving into his chest? Hit that jumper. So he's making the game harder for himself, man. Mr. Blank says, Brunson has 2 days off. He needs to rest, but everyone came out to play. Nah, he doesn't need to rest, man. But you know, Mr. Blanks, he needs to get this right, man. He needs to get this right. Don't pump the brakes, man. Pump the brakes and just get back to the basics, man. That's the only thing he needs to do. He gets back to the basics, he'll be fine. But he's overthinking this thing. He's overthinking this thing. And he doesn't need to do that. Big Taz said Dante is tough, man. Sorry, Grimes. Yeah, forget about Grimes, man. Grimes is finished. You see Dante tonight, right? Leonard Klein said DiVincenzo's jersey is definitely the next. I'm rocking the Josh Hart City edition right now. Agreed. Great win for them boys. Great win for them boys, man. Huge win for everybody, man. Everybody contributed. And that's the beautiful thing about this team, man, is that they're going to fight to the end. And that's what you got to love, right? Even OG Anunoby, right? He was solid, I thought, tonight. He had a couple of good moments. But even coming down, right? Knocking down those free throws at the end, that's big because that's that pretty much sealed the deal for them, right? So, but beautiful win, man. Beautiful win. I can't stress that enough. Awesome win tonight. But we need Brunson to get it, man. We need Brunson to get it. We get Brunson back, we're going to be good to go because we're showing the grit and grind. We're showing who we are. Mr. Blake says, I truly believe even with Brunson being bad and they are 2-0, let us know that, right? That we are a complete team. Agreed. Because you said agreed. JB has been overthrown shooters. Got to keep shooting during the playoffs. One to remember. Agreed. One thing he is doing, right, which is beautiful. When he's getting around his defender and then B does step up, he's hitting iHeart on that bounce pass right there. That's beautiful. That's money all day. That's money all day. That's how he's got to read it. It's a simple read. If Embiid steps up, iHeart's got to cut, hit him with that jump, and iHeart was money tonight with that floater, and will cut into the basket. iHeart looked like iHeart tonight. If Embiid drops, you hit that baby 15-footer. Stop going deeper. It's simple, man. It's a simple game. It's not hard. It's really, really not. And sometimes these guys make it harder than what it is. And so, the opening is there, man. But you gotta love the fight from this team. You gotta love the fight from this team. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, man. Amazing win. Amazing win. Amazing win. Amazing win. All right, but listen, guys, that's my show. I'm LV Live. See, y'all had me sweating tonight, man. See, I'm still wiping sweat from my head. I will be back Thursday to go live after the Philly game. All right. If it's your first time coming through, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people. All right. Also, too, if you're watching this on a replay, right, please leave comments. And also, too, please subscribe. All right. Big win for them boys. The flamethrower 104-101. I will be back again Thursday to talk about that Philly game again. Hopefully the Knicks go up 3-0. Let's get ready, boys. Let's get ready. New York Knicks, baby. LV Live. I'm out of here, people. Peace.